I put a bad bitch up in her place. If she thinks she the shit, then I'm bursting her bubble. I am a dog off the leash. If I see a bone I want, I go and get it. Fuck a
Ayo, what's poppin'? It's the sexiest rapper that she knows, Kwaejo. And welcome back to another episode of Cheat Code, where I provide y'all with the cheat codes. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms at Kwaejo, at Body by Quay, and at Cheat Code Game. Without no long talking, I want to get straight into today's episode. Today's topic is a little bit of a newer topic, and I'm thinking of expanding the pillars and adding 2 more pillars. I will eventually. One will be finances, and one will be how to give your girl the best sexual experience, or give a female the best sexual experience she's ever had. Right, and there's a whole bunch of things that will fall under that category. So we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna have women come on the show and give their perspective. It'll be more of an educational topic and pillar. But today's topic is, introducing it. This is like the segue. How to give her the best sexual experience ever. Okay, and yeah, let's get straight into it. We're not gonna do no long talking. How to do that. So listen, I have a lot of conversations with women, okay? And I think conversations are really what's the word that I'm looking for? They're undervalued, and people don't understand how conversations are what changed the world. That's what I believe. So I believe like conversations change your perspective. They can change your actions. They can change your ideologies. So I'm always having conversations on things that I'm pondering, or things I'm thinking about with other individuals, to get their perspective and see how it could realign with mine, or shift my perspective, or cause me to, or spark something within me. Okay. So one thing that I know, and that women often vocalize, is that men don't take the time when they're having intercourse to stimulate them, to get to know their bodies, to get, do all this, the real shit. And that's the real shit that's really gonna make her come, orgasm, call you daddy, really blow her mind out, right? So a lot of you guys are missing that. And I'm gonna keep it 100. A lot of men, when men have intercourse, they come from the perspective of, I'm thinking of me first. I'm trying to get my nut. But let me give you a cheat code. When you're having intercourse with a woman, and this is not, I'm not giving, this this knowledge out here for people to run and, go be sex bunnies and have as many sexual partners and be irresponsible. This could be for your wife. This could be for your girlfriend, long-term relationship. Take this. I'm just giving educational advice. I'm not advising you what to do with this information. You take this information and you use it cautiously and carefully and responsibly. Okay. Men, when you're having intercourse with women, have intercourse. This is a cheat code. When you're having intercourse with women, take the perspective of trying to serve them and please them. Okay. Because that would give them a better experience. And if they have a better experience, you're going to have a better experience. Okay. There's too many times where men, their ego is too high and they're holding on to their ego. So they're thinking of themselves first. And a lot of times women sense that strong ego that we men have, and they don't want to break that ego, or they don't want to, they don't want to bump heads with that ego. So they're not comfortable to tell you that what you're doing is not right, or they're not feeling it. So that's why you get a lot of women faking orgasms or fake moaning to make you think you're doing something, and then when you leave, she really be going into the vibrator, she really be finishing herself. Okay, I'm gonna give you a cheat code. If you're having intercourse with a woman, she shouldn't be able to get up and lolly daddy, like jump around and be able to do all of that. She should be like in a stationary position for a couple of minutes, not being able to move, like wondering what year she's in, like trying to feel her body back, wondering why she's numb. And if she's not doing that, then you're not doing something right. Okay? So I'm telling you, the cheat code is that you want to take your time. Number one, don't rush things. Don't rush things, okay? Like if you're going to have, it depends the type of meeting or setup that you guys are gonna have, but usually time is on your side. Don't be giving yourself a time limit. Allow time to do its thing. Be in the moment. Okay, be in the moment. Some music could be playing. Make the interaction what's the word that I'm looking for? Make it hot and steamy, right? So guys, so all right, now I'm gonna start giving the practicals. This is the cheat code. So these are the tactics that you have to use. You have to take your time, number one, right? And taking your time, you want to be able to do small things like alter the tone of your voice, right? So you want to be able to do things like, yeah, what's going on? Like, how was your day? Like, yeah, I know I just had a busy day, but I knew we had this plan for tonight, and I just couldn't wait to come over and just kick it with you and be in your presence, because yeah, it's been a long day. You see how my voice changed a little bit? So you have to be able to get them that vibe, and it's going to be like that voice change does something to them. That's called the low FM DJ voice, okay? You have to be able to pull that out of your arsenal and be able to use that, okay? Number two, establish touch, okay? You could be having a conversation, put your hand on her thigh, put your hand on her shoulder. Some women, they do that. Like, you'll realize, like, and some of them, they don't even mean to do it. But some women, when they talk, they're vocal and they'll always be touching you. While they're talking, like they'll laugh and or they touch with their hands. So you want to be able to establish touch, because touch is a sense, one of the five senses, right? So when you're having a conversation with these women, you want to be or the woman that you're in whatever close range with, or you're about to engage in intercourse at a later time with, you want to be able to touch her, be able to establish that, be able to set or break the boundaries that are there, like test it. Don't go in for a kiss right away and do it. That's not the vibe, okay? You have to start off slowly. You have to indicate to her, and you have to make her feel comfortable. So if you rush it, that's why I say give it time. Give everything time. Put your hand on her thigh, be talking to her. So yeah, well, how was your day like? What happened at work? You can't see my hand, but it's touching her. It's you put your hand on the thigh, you put your hand on the shoulder, you establish those type of things. Now you have the touch sense going, right? You have is hearing a sense. Hearing is a sense, I believe. You have the hearing sense going because she's hearing the low voice. And I'm telling you, a cheat code right here to stimulate women is lock eyes. Okay, you have to be able to look into her soul, right? You have to establish that you're the dominant figure in this, dynamic duo between you. You're not looking away no matter what, right? They got to pay you $10 billion to look away. When you're doing this interaction, she's gonna be the one to look away first. That's how intimate it has to be. Then she's gonna be like, oh, she's gonna break the focus, right? She's gonna break the communication that you guys have visually because it's too strong for her, right? So that establishes right there that you're in control, right? So if you can't do that, you're gonna have some problems. Number two, when you're sorry, not number two. I think I'm at number three or something. I can't keep count. Anyways, when you're starting off, guys, don't be so focused on inserting your penis and thrusting. The longer you take to get to that intercourse, the more stimulated she is. The more stimulated she is, the better the sexual experience. The more likely she is to orgasm or to come, right? So you're gonna get your nut. We as guys always get our nut. Like, that's not a question. Like, there's not too many times where you're having intercourse with a woman and you're not getting a nut. So because you're gonna get a nut, there's no point to rush it, okay? So take your time, right? Stimulate her, tease her, right? Take off all her clothes and make her leave on her panties and touch her and feel her up. And she's going to be like, why is this guy not taking off my panties? Like, I'm ready to, this guy's being like, come on, the tension is too much. Make her want that, okay? Don't be rushing, taking off your pants. You're pushing over, you're trying to push it in. Nah, that's not the vibe. And the thing is, once you turn her off sexually, it's really over. And a lot of times, some women, it'll be over in their head, but they'll still let you hit. But really, like, you're in it alone. And that's not really a situation that you want to be in. I believe a lot of guys do that. I believe, like, women and men are not always on the same page because men are always thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about servicing. If you think about servicing the woman that you're having intercourse with, it'll be a way better experience for you, right? And a lot of guys, you want to think about it like this. When you have intercourse with a woman, you want to give her a grade A performance, okay? Every single time. Every single time. You don't want to ever be lazy unless, maybe I think you don't ever want to be lazy. Like, let me not even give you advice or some knowledge on when to be lazy. Just try to eliminate that. Obviously, there's going to be times where you have lazy sex. You wake up in the morning, you turn over, you have lazy sex. At that time, it's established. But especially earlier in you know, engaging this woman, you want to make sure that you're giving her grade A, 100%, 110 performance, because this is why it's so important. A lot of guys don't do that. So right off the bat, you doing that, you're putting yourself in another pocket. You're already special, because she's gonna think like, whoa, this guy was making sure that I was pleased. This guy was asking me if I liked that. This guy was taking his time with me. This guy was reading my body and seeing where I moan more and continuing to do those things. He was seeing what wasn't super turning me on, and he was going around that. She's gonna notice all of that. She's gonna feel different. Now, mind you, that's why I say take this information and use it cautiously, because that might make her go into that crazy phase, okay? When you start giving her something that she's never had before, you know, you're deep inside, you're rearranging her guts, she might get crazy. So you have to know how to handle that. So that's a caution. So proceed with that information as you may. But yeah, take your time and stimulate her and tease her for as long as you can. Now, there's so many tips. I'm only gonna go into a little bit. You know, like I said, I'm gonna make this a pillar. Hey, I said there's so many tips. Pause. But yeah, when you put the tip in, when you do that, you want to make sure. Okay, so you know, women say size. Some women say size matters. Some women say size does matter. Obviously, as men, we're always gonna think that size matters. I believe that size does matter, but I also do believe it's strongly how you use what you have. And I think that a lot of guys with big penises, pause. I think a lot of guys with big penises think because they have a big penis that's the least, you know, they have to do. I have it already. I'm inserting it. You know, it's the work is getting done, and that's not necessarily true. You have to be able to know how to use the motion in the ocean, okay? And I'm not about to give you guys really an example of how to do that, but what I'm saying is that you have to know when you're in the ocean, you have to be able to be in her. Like, you have to know the way around. You have to know your way around it. It's not just you put it in like this and then, you know, that's it. It's you have to know how to be around, how to move all of this when you're in her like that, okay? How to get her spot, how to angle, right? And use your penis to go down deep in her like this, okay? If you're hitting it from the back, right? If you're doing it a missionary and, you know, let's say you have a curved dick. Let's say you have a dick with a curve. You have to know how to hit the top, right? Which is the G spot over here. So there's a lot of different things and tactics that you guys have to know. But what I'm saying is that the cheat code for this episode is make sure that you're servicing and you're pleasing her. Because when you're pleasing her and you're taking the extra time to figure out what she likes, what she wants, she's gonna have a better sexual experience. She's gonna be more likely to come or to have an orgasm. If she runs and tells her friend, if she's a blabbermouth, she's gonna tell her friends a good report on you, right? And that could work in your favor, where her friends might want to experience you, or, you know, her friends get googly eyed when you come around, all of that, right? But if you're going into sexual encounters with women and you're just thinking about yourself, I'm telling you, it's not going to last long. The only way you're really going to have that advantage is if you have some type of clout, or you're a celebrity, or you have some type of status where it's really that she's drawn into, not your whack-ass sex game. But if you want your sex game to be A1, you want to give her the best sexual experience that she's ever had, or you want to give her the best dick she ever had, I'm telling you, cater to her wants and her needs when you're having intercourse, okay? That's the episode for today. I hope you guys found some value in that, and I hope that you guys take this information, proceed with it, and use it as necessary. Like I said, I'm going to be making this I'm going to be adding to the pillars that we have, the 3 that we have right now. How to give her the best sexual experience that she's ever had will be one of them, and I'll make sure to bring in some specialists and some guests so we can have some debates and conversations about this, because I do feel this is a topic that can also help men. And, you know, this whole show is about helping men be the best version of themselves. I do think that is something that's very important, that a lot of men are not educated and knowledgeable on, and I think it's time that we make that change and educate ourselves so we can please the women that we're having intercourse with, or just, you know, giving her the best dick. Like, why would you not want to give her the best dick, you know? So hope you guys like this. Make sure you guys hit the like, Make sure you guys leave a comment. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're a family here and we're growing. And I'm just trying to provide value to you guys and help you be the best version of yourselves that you can be. All right? So I'll catch you on the next episode. You already know what it is. Get 'em.
I put a bad bitch up in her place. If she thinks she the shit, then I'm bursting her bubble.